Mr. Chair, Your Honor, yes, I'm one of the founders. And
You are a Filipino or a Chinese national?
I'm a Chinese national.
Chinese national. How long have you been in the Philippines?
I stayed here more than 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah. And Mr. Chair,
You can state some of your personal circumstances, but just make it brief to be related and relevant and responsive to my questions.
yeah, sure. Thank you, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
We're not asking you to make an opening statement. Ang tanong ko rito, ganun katagal ka na sa Pilipinas? 20? 20 years.
Yeah, more than 20 years.
Okay. Gusto kong ipakita sa iyo ngayon yung can we show, Comsec, can we show the articles of incorporation? And I asked while eating, I asked the SEC to be attentive likewise. Articles of incorporation.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, I gave a short, brief opening statement about myself and also the company. Since
How long will be the brief?
Maybe 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Mr. Chairman, honorable members of the Senate Committee, respectful good morning. I stand before you today with a profound sense of duty, both to this revered institution and to the truth. My name is Bin Li, or you can call me Paul, CEO and authorized representative of Infinitas Marketing Solutions, a corporation duly registered under Philippine law based in Makati City and engaged in events management, public relations, and ethical marketing solutions. Our company has, since its inception, faithfully complied with the law, committed for serving both public and private institutions with transparency, professionalism, and a deep regard for ethical communications. We are here today not to escape scrutiny, but to confront falsehood with the facts humbly, honestly, and completely. Mr. Chairman, before I speak further about the company, please allow me to speak briefly from my heart. My wife, she's a Filipino. Currently, she's under chemo treatment of stage 4 cancer. Actually, when we saw this news, we were in hospital abroad. We have the choice that we stay and continue the treatment. But we both decided to come back to the Philippines last week to face the issue. And yet I'm here. Because I believe in the truth and I believe in the integrity of this Senate. I have placed my trust in the fairness and wisdom of this institution, and in the promise that due process still matters in our republic. I come not to hide, not to delay, but to face this proceeding with full respect for this committee. I'm just a regular businessman. I'm not connected to politics in any way. But this issue has already affected our business. I'm speaking today simply to protect the name of our company and to preserve the trust of our client and employees. I categorically deny the allegation that Infinitas has engaged in any unlawful activity, including the spread of disinformation to influence this coming election. The supposed contract shown is not known to us, was never authorized by us. Mr. Chairman, I entrust this truth to your wisdom and to the collective discernment of this committee. I pray that this process will serve not only legislative intent, but also protect innocent people and institutions from undeserved harm. And if I may add, from one human being to another, may compassion and fairness guide us all, not only in governance, but in life. I came to Philippines more than 20 years. I'm a husband of a Filipino, and I'm a father of 2 Filipino children. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, honorable members of the Senate.
Thank you, Mr. How do you like to be addressed? Pen Lee or Paul Lee?
You can simply call me Paul.
Paul, Mr. Paul Lee.
Your Honor.
Do you understand Tagalog? Because you've been staying here for 20 years.
I only understand English.
English. So I'll be forced to speak English for the duration of this hearing. You mentioned something about the contract. I have here in possession a copy of the contract, but signed by Miss Micah. What's the last name? Pointon. Under our rules on evidence, there is such a thing as self-authentication, secondary authentication. I have just directed the committee secretary to retrieve the original copy or the certified copy of the contract from the notarial registry of the Regional Trial Court of Makati. But what I have here is a signed document of Miss Micah. Are you aware of, are you familiar with Miss Micah? Can we show first I've been asking that the list of the board of directors, incorporators be shown on the screen. Pwede ba ipalabas yun? Mas marami sa technical, mas ayaw lumabas yung ano. Pwede ba isa na lang doon? Can you enlarge that? Pwede bang palakihin yan? More. So, the incorporate, itaas mo nga, itaas para makita yung mga pangalan. The incorporators here are Minli, Roby Gestada, tama ba? Christine Bergatinos Lee. May we ask Penley, who is coaching you right now? Teka muna, huwag mo na siyang guluhin. Usaa ka pa naman. Huwag mo i-distract. Akala ko ikaw yung counsel. Are you related to Christine Lee?
Yeah, Christine Lee is my wife.
Yeah, yun ang asawa mo. Si Christine Lee, incorporator din, ano? Tapos, can we roll this down? Yung sa baba pa. Ayun. Micah Isabel Basco. Ito ba yung Pointon? Yung last name niya? You don't understand.
I don't understand, sorry.
Yeah. Is Micah Isabel Basco now known as Micah Isabel Basco Pointon?
Yes.
Yes. So, because the contract was allegedly signed by Micah Isabel, are you willing to confirm, authenticate the validity of her signature if shown a document? Can you affirm before this committee that you're familiar with the signed document allegedly signed by Micah as a marketing director? Can you affirm that if shown?
Your Honor, actually, when this news came out, we look into.
Just answer me yes or no. Can you say that the document
That's not her white signature. It's just e-signature. We don't know how it comes there.
That's not her signature.
Not her.
So you cannot confirm nor affirm.
Not her white signature.
The committee will now rule that we await for the submission by the notarial registry of the document emanating from their office. So directed. We now proceed to the second stage. I will be showing you a copy of the check. Can we have the committee, the technical, do that faster? We'll be showing you a copy of the check, which I heard from anecdotal news reports that you already confirmed. There is a check allegedly issued to pay to the order of Infinitus. Technical, can you do that faster? Enlarge that. Enlarge it further. Can you enlarge that? Mabagal. Yan. Can you confirm the validity. Your assistant, let the record show that Mr. Penley is being assisted by counsel, and counsel is Attorney Labe. And under our rules, the rules of the Senate, counsels are just staying in this hall in an advisory capacity. You can, the resource person can consult the counsel, but the counsel cannot speak in behalf of the resource person. Do you confirm the existence of this check?
Yes, I confirm this check.
So this check was issued to you, to your company, Infinitus Marketing Solution. Kanina, alam nyo, NBI, kanina pa ako naguguluhan dito eh. Tinatanong ko sa inyo kung ano ibig sabihin ng IMSI. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng IMSI?
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, IMSI stands for International Mobile Subscribers Identity.
So nagkataon lang, ang acronym din ng Infinitus, Infinitus Marketing Solutions Inc. IMSI rin. Nagkataon lang, ano?
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
nagkataon lang ito, hindi ito sinasadya.
Hindi po siguro, Your Honor.
Oo. Do not place in the records the soft laughter being shown by the NBI. So we have shown you this check. You confirm that this is genuine. You received this.
Yes,
Yes
we
or no?
received this.
We have here the presence of some bank officials. We'd like to acknowledge and thank the participation of Bank of China. Is Bank of China present here? Can you state your name? I'll ask a few questions.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. Yeah, I am Michael Angelo de la Cruz, Managing Director of Bank of China, Hong Kong Limited, Manila Branch.
Thank you, sir. And you're willing to answer some questions because the same is true with Banco de Oro. Banco de Oro is here. No reply from. Thank you, Bank of China, for participating in today's proceedings. Again, I reiterate and place on record that you will not be violating any law. The law states the secrecy of bank deposits. This is not a bank deposit. We're now tackling a check, which is a negotiable instrument. Under the negotiable instruments law, this can be a proof of payment. This can be used as an exchange for payment, etc., etc. Are you aware of that?
Your Honor, yes, we are aware of the rules and regulations and the law on bank secrecy of bank
Yes.
deposits.
So be frank and candor because you will not be in jeopardy of any punishment coming from the bank secrecy law, because the bank secrecy law cannot be invoked here because this is a negotiable instrument. This is a check not covered by the bank secrecy law. So dito po sa checking ito ay dineposito ito ay issued by the bank to the payee, Infinitus Marketing Corporation. Do you recall, sir, who signed at the back of the check when this was either in cash or deposited?
Mr. Chairman, Your Honor, in as much as we would like to assist the Senate committee, we respectfully submit that we are constrained to comply again with bank secrecy laws. Which,
Again, I tell you, hindi po kasali dito yung bank secrecy law. This is a negotiable instrument. Sino ba yung abogado nyo? Paano nakasama dito ang bank secrecy law? Paano nakasama ang bank secrecy law?
Your Honor, we request.
Let me tell you this. The Bank Secrecy Act's protections do not bar disclosure of documents independently obtained by the Senate. This never came from you as the source. So hindi kayo kasama sa confidentiality nito. The Bank Secrecy Law, Republic Act 1405 restricts compelling banks to disclose deposits of whatever nature, including investments, not the disclosure of documents already obtained by Congress from other sources. if Congress possesses such documents, the act does not prohibit the disclosure. So, in itself, this is not protected by the bank secrecy law. Ginagamit, tinan nyo ha, yung mga nakababayan natin nakikinig. Paano naging sikreto ito? Pag nag-deposit ka ng check, bibigay sa teller, yung teller ipapasa doon, nilalagay sa plastic yon. Ang nakakita nun siguro mga 10 na. Ang dami pa, dadating pa yan sa kung saan sa PDIC pa ata para ma-check kung may deposito o wala. So, the bank, Mr. Can I get you? I'm sorry.
De La Cruz.
Mr. De La Cruz, the bank secrecy law is not applicable here. So, tinatanong ko lang sa iyo, very simple. Sa likod ng check, kasi negotiable instrument pipirmahan yung check sa likod. Deposit or encashment. Sino po ang pumirma?
Mr. Chairman, may I request for a minute to consult our counsel?
Yes, go ahead. Di ko naman, Bank of China, to be clear.
Good morning.
Here is yung Bank of China, hindi naman natin tinatanong kung magkano yung deposito, ano yung nature ng deposit. Inadmit na po na ni Mr. Paul Lee na may checking ganito, that this is real, this is genuine. Ang tinatanong ko lang sa inyo, sino yung nakapirma sa likod? Wala na to, admitted na po ito Sa kahit sa husgado, tanggap na po yan. This is real, genuine, and authentic.
Mr. Chairman, we are guided by the BSP legal primer on the secrecy of bank deposits, which prohibits the bank from even confirming the existence of a bank account.
The payee himself already acknowledged the existence of this check. Inadmit na nila na binayaran sila. Kasi sa Mr. Polly, can you confirm that? Is this check real?
Yeah, this check is real.
The check is real. Ano pa yun? Wala nang secret dito. Live tayo sa buong Pilipinas. Sa Facebook, ano pa ba secret? Kahit yung mukha mo napapanood ngayon. Bukas marami na magpapa-autograph sa'yo. There is no more secret here.
Your Honor, the negotiable instrument contains details which may compromise our adherence to the bank secrecy law.
I have just mentioned that the bank secrecy law pertains to deposits. This is not a deposit. This is a negotiable instrument law. I will not argue with you any longer. I'll just ask you through your lawyer, to produce a paper showing, justifying why you cannot be cited for contempt by this committee. So directed, Comsec, prepare a letter. So hindi na kita tatanungin doon, but I thank you for your participation. Just the payee himself, the CEO, confirmed the existence of this check. Sila na yung tumanggap ng cheque, ayaw mo pa rin i-admit. So ina-admit mo ba cheque ito ng Bank of China? Hindi pa rin. Alam ko, la tayo. We can lalo ka mawawala ng kliyente sa bangko mo pag gaganyan ka. Inadmit na ito, tsaka negotiable instrument to. You were not given a solid legal advice. Baka mapahama ka pa. So I can dispense with your answers. Baon mo na lang yung lunch mo. Sama mo yung abogado mo. I now proceed again to Mr. Paul Lee. Mr. Paul Lee, you just mentioned a while ago that you are a law-abiding citizen, evoking some emotional situations before this committee, which we recognize. A while ago, you mentioned that you comply with other regulations. If I may ask you, when you receive a payment of this big amount, was the law on value-added tax complied with? Nagbayad ba kayo ng VAT?
Your Honor, I think your question, I need to consult with accounting. I'm just
Go ahead.
CEO. I'm not familiar with accounting terms.
You will consult with your accountant. Maybe ask the Bureau of Internal Revenue kung meron ditong representative. What is the, in a transaction such as this, involving the Embassy of the People's Republic of China, who pays the VAT?
Good afternoon po, Chair. For this po kasi we have what we call the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. And under also po the principle of reciprocity, their official purchases po are exempt from VAT pero on refund basis po siya. So hindi po siya point of sale. So initially magbabayad po sila ng VAT and then they will apply for refund.
Bayad sino?
Si Chinese Embassy po. Magbabayad po muna sila with VAT and then they can apply for a VAT refund with RDO 51 po. And
Because this does not involve a point of sale transaction. Ganun ba yun?
yes po, sir. Because
Can
based
you
on
clarify that?
it is based on principle of reciprocity po, meaning yun din po yung privilege na binibigay po nila sa Philippine Embassy in China. For other embassies po, may
But there is a limit. Department of Foreign Affairs is here. Certain RMB. Magkano yan? 5,000 pesos? Magkano ba yan?
at the time of issuance po ng BAR ruling, it's at 5,553
And how
for
much is this? The amount involved here?
930,000.
Pasok ba yung ini-invoke mo kanina? Which is 930,000? Sa reciprocity?
Meron po kasi, sir, doon po sa BAR ruling namin that if it's for an official purchase of the embassy, there will be no ceiling po.
No ceiling.
Yes po.
So, in this case, can the Infinitus Marketing Corporation be held accountable, liable for the VAT?
If they dapat po may VAT po muna na chinarge si Chinese Embassy, then mag-a-apply po sila for VAT refund with the BAR office. Doon po ma-review if the transaction is eligible for VAT exemption under the ruling issued by the BIR po.
In this case, do you recall having reviewed any transaction involving the Chinese Embassy and Infinitus?
We apologize, sir, pero we don't have a copy po of the contract. And the discretion as to whether it is entitled to VAT refund will be with the district office of the BIR po.
District office would be in Makati.
RDO 51 po. According to Revenue Memorandum Order 10-2019.
Can you submit a report to apprise this committee likewise as to the vatability of this transaction, which will be clarified later on by this committee as we proceed?
Yes po.
Can we confirm from the Department of Foreign Affairs the nature of the transactions, whether this is a point of sale or a refundable VAT transaction, considering that the Vienna Convention on Consular Relations was just invoked?
Good afternoon po, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
We would like to, for this particular case, because this represents a service which normally would be rendered after the payment, we would hesitate to speculate on the nature of the transaction, but in this case probably defer to the appropriate agency regarding the vatability of this transaction po.
The appropriate agency would be what?
Usually po, for cases like this, we usually also refer situations like this to the DOF and their attached agencies, sir.
Maybe ask Infinitus, are you a VAT registered company?
Yes,
You are a VAT registered company. Do you recall having paid a value-added tax for this transaction, which you confirmed a while ago is a valid check, which presumably is a payment for services rendered?
what I can confirm is every year we pay our tax, but for this one, I need to consult with our accounting
You will consult.
because I don't
your
go
account.
through each details.
And BIR, the value-added tax here is 12%.
Yes po.
12%.
If not exempt po. So initially, they should have 12% VAT. And then if na-grant po yung refund, yun po
So,
sa-
kung 12% ang VAT dito, dapat hindi lang ito 930,000. dapat ikarga yung VAT doon. Kagaya pag bumibili nagbabayad tayo sa gasolinahan, nakalagay doon yung VAT sa baba, di ba? So dapat nakakarga dito yung VAT. Di ba?
Yes po, yes sir. Kasi po they are refund po, VAT refund po ang system with the Chinese embassy.
Yes. Pero on the part of Infinitus, hindi niya masagot. Can I ask you to ask your accountant, is the VAT incorporated in this 930,000? As far as you can recall. Is that already covered, the VAT? Kasi if this is not covered by the VAT, you will reduce this, deduct 12%. Comsec, what is 12% of 930,000?
I will consult with our accountant.
You will consult your accountant. So, take note, BIR, there might be some VAT tax payments that can be invoked, and I urge you to study this. Sayang, singil tayo ng VAT sa mga kababayan natin, lalong-lalo na sa kuryente. Ito, 2023 pa, baka hindi natin nakolekta yung VAT dito. Di ba? Ang laki rin yan, 930,000. We proceed to another aspect. So, Mr. Lee, you acknowledge payment. Let's begin with the payment you received. You acknowledge receiving the check in the amount of 930,000, correct?
Yes.
And then a while ago, during your opening statements, you and your press releases, you mentioned something about payment. This payment was made for professional services. Could you clarify what specific professional services are you saying?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, this check actually is for the follow-up balance for the event of June 8 in 2023. We hold the event in Manila Hotel for the UPCO event. Actually, President Marcos and some other cabinet joined this event. So, yeah. Thank you.
Can you clarify that again? This was because of an event, and you were paid for that event held last June.
June 8, 2023. UPCO.
What's that?
Award for promoting Philippines-China understanding. And during that event, President Marcos and other cabinet joined. And since that in that event is quite strict, we also adding more holding rooms and also the COVID testing, security, adding more security. So before the budget not enough. So that's why here has a follow-up balance.
Paid because of you hosted the event.
Yes.
Okay. So, can you provide this committee an invoice relative to that event? Or a written contract concerning that event? You were hired by the Chinese embassy?
Yeah, because we are the PR company for Chinese embassy.
So, there must be an invoice reflective of this payment. Meron po ba? Can you show this committee a copy of that invoice?
We have the we call CE.
Are you ready to show that now, or
We have.
we will provide that to the committee secretary? Can the committee secretary secure a copy of that?
Yeah, we also submit this one to NBI already.
Let the record show that the one-page CE is being handed to the committee chair for his appraisal. So this is a... Pero iba eh. Ang sinabi mo kanina, what you just mentioned is not reflective of what is being shown. You mentioned a June 11 event. You are showing me a letter dated September 5, 2023. So,
Uh,
I
May
don't
I?
know, either you're lying before this committee or you're trying to hoodwink me. Ang liwaliwanag nung sinabi mo for a June 11 event. Itong binigay mong resibo, budget proposal, September 5, 2023. So, budget proposal ito. I'm asking for an invoice.
Mr. Chair, may I?
Lying before the committee is also a contumacious offense. So what you've shown me is probably I can have this submitted to the NBI for further study to enable them to scrutinize whether this is real or not. Budget proposal, and this is not an invoice.
Mr. Chair,
And this is not June 2023. This is not June. This is September.
Mr. Chair, may I explain?
Tama ba ako? Am I correct? When you say June, and then when you said June, and then you submitted the paper September 5, 2023, those two claims are totally incompatible.
The event is on June. As I mentioned just now, because
I don't want to argue.
yeah, this is the request of the payment.
The event is in June, but the budget proposal is September.
This is the balance budget, which means we paid additional fund to the event. Then during September, we requested the Chinese embassy pay us back.
Can you show the invoice? I'm asking for the invoice. I'm asking for the invoice. These are sales order June 9. You mentioned COVID. These are you purchased COVID-19 antigen kits. Ano to sa COVID-19 ito eh? Bumili kayo ng kits, bumili kayo ng face mask.
That's requested by the President Office.
Bumili kayo ng face shield. Teka muna. Wala na COVID dun eh. June 9, 2023. Officially, the World Health Organization declared the end of COVID-19. 2022 pata or before. 2023 to. Either you're lying, Mr. Pen. Kasi ito, there is no more
Chair,
COVID. I disagree. You can even ask the Department of Health. We can ask the doctor of the Senate here to be present. Wala nang COVID noong June 9, 2023. Wala nang face mask. Wala nang face shield. Wala nang sterile swab. Wala nang... I think you're confused. Either you're trying to confuse this committee or you're lying outright. Sir, I'm sorry, the committee will not be accepting these documents because...
Mr. Chair,
yes.
May I?
Wala nang COVID. No?
That COVID test is requested President Office. So even we have all the signature with all the President Guard, each of them after the test they have to sign because that's why we have this follow-up payment because during that event, the President Office adding those tests and want to make sure everybody is safe.
But there is no hotel during this period of time requiring swab test. Not even in the Senate. We're now open. The entire world is open. Was open. Pati airlines open. Wala na tayong face mask. Wala na tayong face shield.
Your Honor, hotel not requested, but this special requested by the President Office.
I will ask the appropriate office within the office of the President whether this is correct or not. Can you just photocopy this, Comsec? But I'm sorry, I cannot accept the fact that COVID still exists during those days. Wala na po. Nasa labas na tayo nun. So, you probably confuse your narrative in your rush to have this align with your narrative. You produce a different story. We don't have COVID June 2023. Even during the campaign of 2022 elections, we never wore face masks or face shields. For that matter, nor antigen tests were required. Wala na. Schools were open. I don't know from what story are you lifting that playbook, but that's not correct. And the committee, sad to say, will not accept your papers. It might even be detrimental to your cause because you're lying right now.